What's going on, everyone, and welcome to our first official recap of a baseball series on this channel. We're going to be recapping the Boston Red Sox dominant series over the St. Louis Cardinals here, so let's get right into it. The Red Sox beat the Cardinals for the home opener of the 2025 season with a final score of 13-9. Red Sox tallied 13 runs on 16 hits and also commit 3 errors. Had the start from Walker Buehler, who went 5 innings, allowed 7 hits, 5 earned runs, throwing a walk as well as 4 Ks. Buehler did not have his best stuff. It was clear from the outset. Gave up a ton of base runners and was really screaming at himself, just not able to find the command there. But that was not the story of this game. The story of this game was that opening first inning by the Boston Red Sox, the offense comes up big. Jarren Duran starts off the party with a single, followed by a stolen base. Devers works a walk. And then, of course, Alex Bregman in his first Red Sox AB at Fenway ropes a double right down the left field line. 2 batters later, Trevor Story 3-run bomb over the monster. Red Sox take a 4-0 lead. And on the very next pitch, the hottest player in baseball right now, Wilyer Abreu, launches a homer over the right field fence. And the Cardinals were able to kind of find their way back into this game. I believe it became a 5-4 game at some point. But the Red Sox did have a big 7th and 8th inning to really put the game out of reach there. A couple of big-time hits from guys like Omar Narvaez. Wilyer Abreu with another big-time hit. Trevor Story, once again. Alex Bregman, Rafael Devers. Jarren Duran had some big-time hits later on in this game here. And then, of course, in the top of the 9th, the Red Sox did have a little bit of malfunction on the defensive end. Christian Campbell couldn't come up with a couple of plays. I believe Alex Bregman actually made a throwing error as well. And unfortunately, the Red Sox did have to go to Aroldis Chapman within the closing moments of this game. I believe the bases were loaded in a 9-13 game, and of course the tying run was up at the dish, but Aroldis Chapman did close out the Cardinals there with a double play from Alex Bregman back to Christian Campbell over the Tristan Casas. So the Red Sox take the opening game of this series 13-9. Let's move on to game number 2. Moving on to game number 2 here, the Red Sox take down the Cardinals in the bottom of the 10th on a walk-off RBI double by Wilyer Abreu. Final score 5-4. Red Sox come up with 5 runs, 8 hits on 0 errors there. Sean Newcomb got the start for the Sox, going 4 2/3, allowing 6 hits, 3 walks, 1 earned run, had 5 strikeouts, and he fought through some adversity in this game, did not have his best command. However, he kept the Sox within range and was in line to actually earn the victory, I believe, until the bullpen did give up some runs there later on in this game. But just a good sign from Sean Newcomb there, fighting through a little bit of adversity. Strike zone was a little bit inconsistent there, but did a nice job, kept the pitch count up there a little bit. But it was just good to see him fight through that and give the Sox some very much needed innings on the opening game of this doubleheader. But guys like David Hamilton coming up with that big RBI hit in the bottom of the 4th or bottom of the 3rd, I believe. Rafi Devers, of course, taking that home run over the monster in the 5th inning, giving the Sox a 2-1 lead. Unfortunately, I believe it was Justin Wilson and Garrett Whitlock. Both did not have their best outings on the day. Looked like Garrett Whitlock in particular was really struggling with the grip of the baseball, and he actually gave up multiple runs, which is surprising because Garrett Whitlock, I would say, is one of the better relievers in this game. However, the Sox were able to get to the Cardinals closer, and they had some very good ABs, and very much like Whitlock, it was clear that the Cardinals closer was struggling with his grip and his command. I believe he actually gave up 3 walks in the inning, and it also included a big-time Roby Gonzalez double, which actually allowed runners on 1st and 2nd at the time. I believe it was Trevor Story who came in to score, and I believe it was Wilyer Abreu going 1st to 3rd, and of course Romy ended up on 2nd. And then after Connor Wong pinch hit for Omar Narvaez and drew a walk, it brought up Jarren Duran with the bases loaded, 1 out. And Jarren Duran, in particular, really has to have a better AB than he did there. I believe Hesley actually had a pitch clock penalty go against him, setting up a 1-0 count. And then really just not a competitive AB whatsoever from Jarren Duran, not doing the job. Honestly, with his speed, he just has to get the ball in play there, and he's scoring a run, whether it's through the air or honestly even on the infield. The Cardinals, I believe, had their infield defense back, so they were basically going to concede a run in hopes of turning a double play. But Jarren Duran has to do a better job of getting contact there. But Rafael Devers, in my opinion, turned in the AB of the game, going down 0-2 against Hesley. However, he worked a walk after that AB, after fouling off some good pitches and just really had a great eye and took that ball forward, which was incredible. Honestly, it was barely off the plate, an 100-mile-per-hour pitch, and just the ability to take that pitch just showed how good of a hitter Rafael Devers is. So Red Sox were able to tie that game up with a walk, and I believe Alex Bregman, unfortunately, did not get the job done there. But then Aroldis Chapman coming in the top of the 10th and stranding the runner at second through strikeouts and an infield pop-up. And that's what the Red Sox got Aroldis Chapman to do there. Just came in and did what he did, holding that runner at second there, allowing the Red Sox to have a prime position to score that winning run from second. And of course, in the bottom of the 10th there, after a Trevor Story pop-up to second, Wilyer Abreu comes up big, launches that game-winning double off the monster, and the Sox go up 2-0 in this series. Second game of the doubleheader, the Red Sox complete the sweep of the Cardinals with a final score of 18-7. The Red Sox score 18 runs on 22 hits, 3 errors. I believe the Red Sox actually had 9 doubles in this game, and my God, was it an offensive showcase. However, the Red Sox actually called up pitcher Hunter Dobbins in this game, and he pitched really well considering the fact that he had a huge lead. There was not a ton of pressure on him in his MLB debut, and I believe he actually got the win in the game, so congratulations to him. He went 5 strong, allowed 8 hits, 2 walks, 2 earned, and actually had 5 strikeouts on the game. And considering the lead that he had, really this was never in doubt for the Sox, especially given the fact that the offense was cooking like it was. It looked like they've certainly warmed up compared to that first game, and a little bit of an offensive struggle for them most of the day. But coming up with 22 hits, I mean, multiple guys had multi-hit games. Jarren Duran, 3 for 5. Devers, 4 for 4 with 3 ribbies. Bregman, 4 for 5 with 6 ribbies and a homer. Wilyer Abreu, 2 for 6 with 3 ribbies. Romy Gonzalez, another multi-hit game. Omar Narvaez, 2 for 4. Cedon Rafaela, 3 hits out of the 9 holes with 2 ribbies. I mean, this was an offensive showcase for the Sox offense, and they repeatedly hit doubles off the Green Monster out there. And just a really nice job by the bats in this game. Clearly had Miles Michaelis' number there, and really got to the Cardinals bullpen in the games earlier in this series, which allowed them to do even more damage later on in this game here. But just an absolute blowout by the Sox there. And the pitching towards the later end, Cooper Criswell got hit around a little bit hard in the later end of this game, but this game was well out of reach. And the Red Sox complete their first 3-game set at Fenway with a sweep. And that's what good teams do. You have to win your home games, and that's a great start here for the Boston Red Sox. So hopefully they're able to spring all this momentum into their next series with taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, everyone, that's going to wrap up this video here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on these type of videos, and if you'd like to see me produce some more of them. Hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. And if you guys like them enough, I'm going to try and spring these out for every series I'm able to catch. So I'll check you all out in the next video.